Hello everyone. Welcome to Dr. Rajkumar Academy. Welcome to the session on 4/3/2023. So guys, today let us look at one after the other. Select central staff can opt for old pension scheme. See, guys, there is lot of problems with respect to pensions. So let me explain about this in detail. Because before 2003, what the government used to do. So let us say you are earning 1 lakh rupees as a government employee when you are about to retire. So once you retire, you will be getting 50% of the last drawn salary. So last, if you are getting 1 lakh, you'll get 50,000 as the salary. And it is a pension throughout your life. And this money will be given by the government. Directly it will be given by the government. No contribution of yours at all. But after 2003, India realized that significant money is going in the hands of the pensions and other things. So we need to reduce it. So what they did, they told that those who are after 2003, we will be going for new pension scheme. And according to the new pension scheme, every employee must contribute from his salary. Equal amount will be contributed by the government. So let's say if you contribute 10,000, government will also contribute 10,000. All this will be kept in the fund, and that will be maintained by pension fund managers who will invest it in schemes, right? Different programs of the government, and later, right, on retirement, you can withdraw 60% of it, and remaining will be again invested in other shares and other aspects. So because of this new pension scheme, if you are earning 1 lakh rupees, you might not even get 10 to 12,000 rupees per month. Old pension scheme used to give 50,000. Now what happened? People who got, who got joinings in 2003 4, now most of them are getting retired, and now they are facing the problem. Because of this, especially when it comes to armored forces and all, guys, that would be the issue. So because of this, they are demanding that we want old pension scheme. Some states like Himachal Pradesh and all, Congress party won elections there, mainly by telling to the people that we will give you old pension schemes. Now what central government has done, it is saying that, see, notification for a job, let us say UPSC notification itself. Now UPSC notification is now released now. When will be the interview? Next year will be the interview. And when will you join the job? Next year you will join the job. So in 2004, what did they tell? Anyone who joined to job after 2003 will come under new pension scheme. Correct? So now in 2003 advertisement came, but in 2004 they have joined. So they started demanding we should come under old pension scheme, not under new pension scheme, because our job notification came before the date. So you cannot change it now. So there are multiple cases against the government in multiple courts, and in all the courts government lost. So government has said that in no court we won the case, indicating that it is simply waste of time if people keep on going for the courts. So we will give you offer you can opt for old pension scheme. What will happen to the money that you have contributed and all is not so clear. But there can be a question about the old and the new pension scheme given in the box here, guys. So make a note of it. That's enough. Sangma to form government in Meghalaya. Rio will lead Nagaland with BJP help. Karnataka BJP MLA booked after son held for accepting bribe. As rumors set off panic, Tamil Nadu government seeks to pacify migrants. Yeah. So guys, some Biharis were beaten in Tamil Nadu, and this has become a news. Remember, I'll tell you, somewhere in 2008-9, if I'm not wrong, even during that time, there was some WhatsApp messages which went across and said that Northeast migrants, whoever is present in South India, will be beaten to death. And that led to several Northeast migrants from, South India going out, and that led to lot of crisis. So unity of India will be divided due to this. So when Hindi speaking people were beaten in Tamil Nadu, there is a mindset that is being created that everyone will be beaten up. So Tamil Nadu is trying to reduce this issue by ensuring that people are given opportunity to talk to the police officers, helplines and all are given to reduce the panic. Kerala girl on World Hearing Day poster. Just let me just tell about this, guys. You see, uh, as soon as a child is born, normally they do some tests, guys. To the body they do some tests. When they do the tests, they get to know that hearing problem is there in the children. Now what they'll do, they'll give some treatment to the small kids with respect to hearing problem. And when they give, and when you change at that point of time, later the child will not develop any hearing problem. So when the child is born, you can take precautionary measures and ensure that the hearing problem is reduced. Fine. Now this girl who is in the poster, she was also given treatment which is called cochlear implantation, and that has helped her to listen properly now. The disability is removed. So this is the thing that we are trying to argue. What is that? As a child, we can actually identify several diseases. If we can address the problem at that time, several diseases can be resolved. There is some issue today, guys, and the print the way they have made. It's really not uploading properly. Yeah. Picking the watchdog. See, guys, yesterday I gave you notes about how election commissioner will be appointed by a panel made up of, like, Chief Justice, Prime Minister, and leader of opposition. And it clearly shows that this will lead to some sort of what do you call as Prime Minister's control will be reduced. Rather than that, you will have some neutrality. But The article is saying that CBI director, whenever you are appointing him, in that also Prime Minister, leader of opposition, and CJI will be there. But even then, there is lot of demand that CBI is not acting independently. It is acting on behalf of the government. So, does it truly bring neutrality? Is the question the article is trying to argue. I would like to say, add this as well. CBI director being appointed, you can write down CBI director being appointed by a committee or by a panel, including Prime Minister, leader of opposition, and leader of opposition and CJI. Is Nepal's coalition politics a game of musical chairs? Okay. See, guys, let me just explain you this a bit, guys. Yes, Nepal was monarchy, guys. Fine, there was a king. Now, what they did, they told that we want constitution and we don't want monarchy. They fought, India helped, and they went for constituent assembly. Now, in Nepal politics, you have Nepali Congress, you also have Maoists. These Maoist parties support China. Nepali Congress support India. And there are many other political parties. In this, there is a guy called Prachanda. Now, this guy can go here or can join here. He has got some 32 seats. Nepali Congress has got some 89 or so. If I'm just giving you some numbers. So, what is going to happen? Either he will join with them or he will join with them. Whoever gives him Prime Minister post. Like Kumaraswamy, he can join either Congress or BJP and can get Chief Minister post. That's how it works for him also. Now, what is going to happen once in 2 months? He will get support from Nepali Congress. If Nepali Congress withdraws, he will get support from Maoists. If Maoists withdraw, he will get support from Nepali Congress. So the musical chair is going on between these in Nepal. This is what they are trying to tell. But for me, what is more important is Indo-Nepal relations, guys. I want you to write down India's investments in Nepal. India's investments in Nepal. You can see here Jainagar Baradibas Railway, Jainagar Baradibas Railway, Motihari Amlegunj Oil Pipeline, Motihari Amlegunj Oil Pipeline. Next, Nepal will export power to India. Muzaffarpur Dalkebar line 900 megawatts. Arun 3. Arun is Kosi River, guys. Arun 3 is expected to be operational. See, guys, this is a very good article which is trying to talk about women in rural India and their involvement in clean energy. See, guys, solar refrigerators, silk reeling machines, biomass based cold storage, bulk milk chillers, distributed renewable energy. So, renewable energy is used in refrigerators, storage, silk reeling machines, bulk milk chillers, etc. Guys. Fine. Now, what is this and why is it important for us? Let me tell you. See, guys, in rural India, women work equally to men, but it is very difficult for women to work in all the time because of their body issues. And some women during pregnancy and other aspects, it's very difficult. But there are some jobs which the body of woman will permit her to do easily, even when she has some health issues. They are like refrigerators, all this. Council on Energy, Environment and Water has recently studied that if we can adopt clean tech livelihood appliances, I'll repeat, clean tech livelihood appliances, it will help 80% of women, and this will make the jobs of women simpler. And they are expecting that by 2030 there will be 30 million, can you imagine, 30 million women owned micro, small and medium enterprises, guys, where 150 million people will be benefited, and this will be in rural India, not otherwise. So clean energy need not be seen as a threat. Clean energy is very, very essential for progress, and in rural areas, women involvement in this can help in progress a lot. Fine. So, guys, this is like India must help Ukraine, US, and all to come together and resolve the problem efficiently. Nothing much. So, guys, the Khalistan movement article is given. Nothing much. Democracy is under attack. Opposition leaders being spied on. Rahul. This is the problem with the present leaders, guys. Whichever political party they are, when they go out, what they speak must be backed with facts. Pegasus case is in the court, and going and telling outside that we were under threat. On my phone, Pegasus was there. Media and other things were surveillanced because Pegasus issue was clearly noted that, like, there was a spyware, but it was not Pegasus. Was clearly told. But still, if you stick to the point and go and tell, it creates an impression not about, like, Rahul Gandhi or BJP. It will be about India. I'll tell you what is the issue is. Why we should not speak outside. See, when we speak to diplomats, the diplomats say Hijab case. Let us talk about hijab case. Hijab case was sensationalized, right? Everywhere people spoke about it. Malala Yousafzai, everyone spoke about it. Everyone has right to freedom. Let them talk. What happened? Because of that, when Indian diplomats were discussing with UAE, with Saudi Arabia, with few Western countries, they started telling that human rights, minority issues, secularism is under threat. India, you need to look into it. When they talk that language, you can't question them. See, when you want to question US about something, let's say some trade, some problem is there, they are not following the rules, then US will bring the issues of hijab. They'll tell, why are you not allowing? Now, this would lead to problem. We won't have the capacity to argue. So that's why whenever we speak, I'm talking in the words of Indira Gandhi itself. So after emergency, Indira Gandhi was defeated and others came to power. At that point of time, in a BBC interview when asked, she did not blame and she did not say that we need others' help. So, but today, what has happened? We are openly asking others to tweet, others to comment on the issues that is happening in the country. Tomorrow, if Rahul Gandhi becomes Prime Minister and if BJP is demanding others to interfere, that's wrong. Right? So, we should not try to bring outsiders into our issues. If Supreme Court is not giving you justice, like if there is no option to you at all, go to the people, convince the people, right? So that is more important than anything else. Supreme Court to hear bail plea of Saket Gokhale after holy vacation not required. Attack on Naregas is an undeclared war on rural poor. Supreme Court eases norm for selection of Consumer Court Presidents members. Not required. There's confusion in opting. Yeah, this is very important, guys. World Bank is willing to give $1 billion to India to help in Ayushman Bharat health infrastructure mission. Right? So it may be about the hospitals, it may be about the equipments, it may be about medicines or anything for that matter. They want to give $1 billion to provide better service delivery. Just one line, you write. World Bank is lending $1 billion to support India's health infrastructure. Yeah. See, it's India and China when we were talking. China has told India, see, border problem, keep it separately. All other issues you keep separately. India is telling, resolve border problem so that we both can talk comfortably. Border, near the border, one will come and attack, and I can't come and talk to you comfortably. So, to normalize the ties, border problem must be resolved, is what India is arguing. China is telling that no, no, separate it, let border problems be dealt separately, economic political issues must be dealt separately. So, China is talking the other way around. This is the difference, guys. Foreign ministers of Quad countries take aim at Russia and China. Is these Quad countries, which include Japan, India, US, Australia, these are all part of G20 also. They met and they have told that one thing, Ukraine war should stop. Second thing, South China Sea, East China Sea should end. Right? They are countering both Russia and China. India is also part of it. So India doesn't know whether to support China or to support US. That will always be there. Kuno Park unsuitable to host all 20 cheetahs. not enough prey, says scientists. See guys, Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh is the region where they brought 20 cheetahs. Now, for every cheetah, to maintain it, it needs some food, right? Food chain is always there. But unfortunately, the cheetahs will not have enough food in Kuno National Park for it to sustain. So 20 cheetahs are more, but the food available is less. So Rajasthan government is now agreeing that send some to us so that we will also try to protect them. This is where the problem comes, guys. We should not have unwanted targets. We should check properly. We should see the impact of it and then come to conclusions. US blames Indian firm for cough syrup deaths in Gambia. Guys, in an African country called Gambia, there was a syrup which was sent which led to death of 78 children. Indian officials say that when the dispatchment happened from India, we tested it. In that there were no chemicals. But when it went to Gambia and when people took there, and now when we check the medicine, in that the pollutants are there. So something has happened in between, is what India is trying to tell. US has given a report that the deaths have happened because of the cough syrup only. Whereas India is asking, allow us to come there and do the research so that we will get to know what has happened. Gambia is not ready to accept it. This is one. But in Uzbekistan also, children death happened, and Noida police wanted to arrest them, and they are absconding. When people run away, it is a clear-cut indication that they have done some mistake. This is the problem, guys. Adulterated drugs, if you start supplying, whether to Uzbekistan or to our own people, this is the biggest problem that can happen. India is telling to the world we are a hub of pharmaceutical, but these type of instances create some sort of problem to us. A direct question can be asked about the drug control issues. India scores 74.4 in World Bank index. Yes, World Bank gives an index which says that if men and women are paid equally, it will be 100-100. If men are paid more money, women are paid less money for the same job, then it is the value will be given less. In India, if men gets 100, women get 74.4, and that too because of the software sector. Yeah, the world news. Russia is trying to help bring India, China closer. Russia wants to make it RIC, Russia, India, China, where the three, if they can come together, they can counter Western countries. Whereas Western countries are bringing India closer to Quad so that we can counter Russia and China. So Russia don't want India to go closer to US and others, so they are trying to ensure us to be part of their own team again and again, guys. Interesting things are there in the world, guys. We just need to work on these. Fine. Yeah. Thank you, guys.